to Thursday's live. I'm just trying to get everything up. If you're new here, welcome. So I'm Tracy.bish. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia, and I go live every Thursday at 5 in Australia, and also on Sunday as Tracy's Sunday Challenge. So as you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. I'm just trying to get all my comments up. Hi Beverly. It's midnight over in Tennessee. Well, I'm so happy that you've stayed up to watch with us. And if you can't make the whole thing, that's okay. Don't worry, you can get the replay later on. But it's nice to have you here. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week. Hi Marion. Hi Pam. You made it this week. That's fantastic. Hi Ingrid. Alrighty. I'm so happy to have a few people pop on. Some lovely faces. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week. I must admit, this week's been a little bit more quieter than last week, which is really good because it was such a busy week. And I'm going to say this out loud. I'm so glad that February is over. February is always a crazy month for us. We have a lot going on with birthdays, anniversaries, just so many things happening. So March is a lot quieter. So hopefully everyone's had a great week. We've just this week have done not much exciting, but last weekend, if you watched my live on Sunday, you may have seen that my daughter come home from Warrnambool and she brought her boyfriend with her. So we got to meet him for the first time. His name's Angus, and yeah, a lovely lad. So we're very happy that she's happy. And yeah, everyone played nice, so that was always good. So what's everyone been up to? Have you been doing anything exciting? We had 2 snakes last week, no snakes this week, so another plus for us. And I'm just trying to think, there really hasn't been too much going on other than, you know, having everyone home for the weekend. I survived them all, absolutely, Ingrid, and yeah, it is just about getting through each day for February. There's a lot on. I think everyone has those months where it's a lot busier than others, and February is definitely ours. Hi Glenda, it's nice that you've caught us live as well. Beverly's been doing some more knitting, fantastic. Well, if it's been cold there, knitting's always a really great craft to be doing in winter. Okay, so I'm just trying to think. Really? Don't think I have anything else. Has anyone been doing anything? Does anyone have anything to share? It's always nice to hear what you guys have been up to as well. But yeah, I really don't think other than that. We've done lots of cards over the last 2 videos, so if you haven't seen those ones, both last Thursday and last Sunday, there are tons of creations there, and I'll get to show you them in just a minute. What we might do is we'll pop the camera down. We'll pop the camera, not pop the camera down, because that's not good. And we'll get started. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad that everyone's here. Let me just pop the camera down. The cactus card was awesome. Thank you, Beverly. Yeah, that was for the Global Monthly Video Hop, and I'll re-show that here just so everyone knows exactly what we're talking about. Okay, so Tracy's Sunday Challenge this week, and it runs till Sunday, so you've got plenty of time to join in. Hi, Jeanette, how are you? This week's challenge is a sketch challenge, and hang on, I do. I knew I kept it on my desk for a reason. This week's challenge is a sketch one, and I love sketches because everyone always interprets challenges a little bit differently. And this is the sketch that I created. Now I created 9 cards just using this sketch, which has been fantastic. You've got plenty of time to join in, so there'll be a new challenge on Sunday, but if you want to join in, create a card using this sketch, and you can change it up as much as you like to how you interpret, which I love, that sketches can be interpreted completely different. This is the card that we created on Sunday, so this one here, bit of pool party blending, some stamping blends. And I've used for this card here the Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. It's a Celebration DSP, still available here in the South Pacific until the 16th of this month, because we had the Celebration extended a couple of weeks because we had so many problems getting some of those products at the beginning of Celebration. So you can still get that one. And I've got those beautiful brushed brass butterflies. I have to say that really slow because that's bad. And yeah, so that's one of the cards. We have the driving by. So all my cards, all 9 cards, are using the free Celebration items. This one here with the Daffodil Afternoon, gorgeous paper. If you haven't seen this one, highly recommend looking at it. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you can colour the very vanilla parts of this DSP with your stamping blends as well, and that would look really nice as well. A friendly hello bundle, that is DSP and a stamp set, so $180 spend. I really liked this one too. Very, very simple cards, but simple cards can be fun as well. This is the Island Vibes stamp set, so one of the free Celebrations. I like those colorings. This one is I think it's crushed curry and the Evening Evergreen. And then we have this one here, which is using the Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. Goes really well with the rainbow suite in the catalogue, so you can pair those two together. We have the Awesome Otters stamp set, as well as that beautiful Simply Marvelous paper in the background. And I've distressed the edges and also used an embossing folder. We have, this is the Calming Camellias stamp set, which is a host stamp set that you can get with your order. And that is Blackberry Bliss. Fresh Freesia, and this is again, I've used the same stamp set, using the larger image this time around, and instead of doing a square I went with a circle. So this is also another great way that you can change up those sketch challenges to create something different using that same sketch. So instead of the square, I've used that circle. It's a really cute idea, and this was my first sample, the same card as we created on Sunday, but I used the Daffodil Afternoon DSP for her little dress there. So all you're doing is stamping on the DSP and then fussy cutting it out. Great way of creating a different look. So those were the 9 cards. You can check that out both on my blog as well as here on YouTube. I have a lovely video that you can watch that shows it all. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Marion said floods keeping us worried. Yes, and I didn't go on with that too much, Marion, because I think it's upsetting. So I feel for everyone that's in the floods right now, including a lot of my family are up in northern New South Wales. So stay safe, everyone, and yeah, look after yourselves. So each month I take part in the Global Monthly Video Hop. This month the theme was simple stamping. Now these are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators from around the world. We get together every single month with a new challenge. And this card is the one that Beverly was talking about before with the cactus cuties. So this is the card that I created. Now I know simple stamping can be really, really hard to create. And all it is Stamps Ink paper. You can also use punches now or DSP, and I really do struggle doing single layer cards, so I have quite a few layers here with a little bit of pop-up, so it's probably not wholly and solely simple stamping, but I think it's so cute. We have gorgeous colours of Magenta Madness and the Granny Apple Green. I think these two colours are so pretty together. Nice little pop-up and a cute little card. So you can see that here on YouTube as well if you would like to see how that card was created. Okay. Like I said before, Celebration has been extended here in the South Pacific till the 16th of March. So for every $90 or $180, you can choose a free item from the Celebration. This catalogue is packed full of wonderful stamp sets and DSP. And we're running Celebration twice a year now. So we have some really wonderful products on and available. Oh, quickly too, I just wanted to say with the cards that I did on Sunday, so the Tracy Sunday Challenge, I did use the Special Moments stamp set, which is a free stamp set for all my sentiments, and I highly recommend this one. This is a really great one to have in your stash because the sentiments are amazing. You've got larger sentiments and smaller sentiments, so you've got sort of like a inside and outside sentiments for your cards, and it really does cover you for so many different occasions that you'd be creating cards for. Hi Judith, how are you? So celebration is on. Don't forget we also have that joining offer, which is amazing. You can join my team, the INKY Stampers, for $169 to purchase your starter kit. You get to choose $235 worth of product. That's $66 in free product. You'll have free delivery on your first order, and you'll get to choose 2 free stamp sets on top. So amazing. And yeah, that's available until the 16th as well. And if you're interested in knowing a little bit more, please get in touch with me and I'll happily chat with you about that. Okay, so we do have a new March host code for anyone placing orders in my online store. Here it is here, and it's a bit weird because there's no numbers in there at all. But for everyone who's placing an order, I do a couple of things. The first one being a card, which we're going to actually create tonight. Let me bring it in and show you. This is this one here, and I don't know how much that sparkle's coming up, but yeah, there you go. You can see that there. This is using the new butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. So I wanted to really show you that tonight in our crafting. But yeah, so I'll be sending out one of these cards. You'll also receive a bundle tutorial, so a brand new bundle for this month. This is packed full of wonderful inspiration. You'll get a full color photo, all the supplies, the measurements and the instructions to make all the projects. And I feel this bundle tutorial is getting smaller and smaller every month, but there is some wonderful projects in here. And anyone who's part of my team, I actually give these bundle tutorials every single month for free to everyone in my team as well, so which is fantastic. And I created this little box. Now this is using the little treat boxes in the mini catalogue and that party pattern DSP. Super cute little treat box, and I've coloured in with some stamping blends to really make it pop out a little bit. So you receive these 2 products for anyone who orders through me this month. Anyone who spends over $50, I'll also be sending you an extra little treat. So if you're interested in purchasing in my online store, please use that hostess code, and yeah, you'll get those lovely prices as well. Marion says she's downloaded today, loads to do. Oh, fantastic. Excellent. And lovely script on that celebration stamp set, absolutely. All right, so we're going to get started with our crafting. I've gone through everything that I had to talk about. So this is using colours of Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay, which I have to quickly get out. I didn't realise I cleaned my desk today, and I put away a few things that I really should have left on my desk. We're also using our beautiful ink blending brushes because these are really easy to create some ink blending in the background. And we have our basic white thick cardstock as our card base. If you're using white as your card base, I highly recommend using the thick cardstock that Stampin' Up sell. Obviously it's thicker, but your card will sit together so much nicer than just the regular cardstock. I also have some scraps here. I've got some basic white thick scrap that we're going to be die cutting from a little bit of Bermuda Bay, and then I've got a strip of basic black. Now I will admit I went into my scrap drawer and started pulling out some colours and some pieces, so most of this card minus my card base is all from my scrap pile. So if you don't keep your scraps, think about it, because it's a great way to save money, and it's also fun to create using your scraps, so highly recommend that. So with these, like I said before, we are using the Butterflies and Flowers layering masks. What's really great about these is they layer. So there are 5 in the pack, and let me just show you them really quickly. Stampin' Up do masks really well. I have a lot of fun using the mask. So that's one. This one's really pretty and elegant. Look at that. We have a butterflies, and I think my masks are out. There is a flower one, and let me go and run and grab my other masks. So sorry about that. I did wash them yesterday and I forgot to grab them. So we're actually using this flower one. Isn't that gorgeous? And then there's this one, which is also, again, it's a layering one. So you use one and the other layering on top, and it gives you this gorgeous detail. The same with the butterflies. So I think I said there was 5. There is way more than 5. There are 6 masks in all. And the 2 we're using are these 2 here. The other thing that I have popped out of my drawer, which I don't use enough, and I thought I've got to get this out and use it. We have the shimmery white embossing paste, and that's going to create that gorgeous shine. And I'm not sure how. Let me know if that's coming up, whether you can see that shine. It is really pretty in real life. Yeah, I think you can see it slightly. It's gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to start, and I want to actually grab just a scrap piece of paper to use, because I want to actually pop down my card base. We're going to place the mat over the top, and then I'm going to use some old washi tape, and I'm sure you guys all have a little bit of old washi tape in your stash. I'm actually just going to secure that down just with a few pieces of washi tape. Now I'm going to keep it off my card. Washi tape has that tendency sometimes to rip your cardstock, so I'm being really careful to just line up the side of the mask but not popping it down onto my card base, or as best as I can. And this keeps it from moving. You could also secure your card base to your bit of paper with some repositional tape. I think we should be fine. It's a fairly big piece, so I don't think we're going to have any problems with that. I'll bring that up just a little bit so you can see that a little bit easier. Okay, so we have our mask down. I'm actually going to bring in our 2 colors that we're using, so Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. We're going to start with the Coastal Cabana, so the lighter of the 2. And I have my ink blending brushes, or my blending brushes in. Once you pick up that color, it's always good to just start off a little bit off to the side. That gets off that really harsh color. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to come in, add a little bit of color around. Now there's quite a bit of ink here on my brush, which is great. This is the lighter of the colors. What I also want to do, now that I've taken a lot of the color off, is I want to just come on really, really, really lightly, and come on and just go over the whole thing. And we're taking off that white background, so we don't really want it to be too white in the background where all those flowers are. They'll still be white there, but I think that shows pretty well. So you've got a few dark patches, you've taken off a lot of that white in the background. And we can move to our Bermuda Bay. And Bermuda Bay is, a lot more of a darker blue. It's like a greeny blue. So we're going to be really careful with this one. We don't want to do any heavy handed ink blending here. Okay, so I've just come off with it a little bit, coming back on. And because we're very random here, each card's going to look completely different. But I want some darker spots and sort of blend the colours in together as well. And then I'm just going to run that over really lightly with the Bermuda Bay and go over the rest of it. So it'll be really pretty in the background. Okay, looks good so far. We're not finished. This is the time that our shimmer embossing paste is going to come in. So shimmery white, it's gorgeous. Can you see the shine in there? This is really pretty. So I'm just going to grab a little bit. That should be enough. And I want to stick the lid straight back on this. This dries out super fast, so my quick tip for you is to make sure your lid stays on. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come in and add a little bit of colouring around. We don't want the whole front of our card to be all shimmery, but we want to add some layers in there. And I'm just going to run my spatula over the top to pick up any excess. Okay. Just going to pop this back inside because we do need to work on the second piece. I probably could have done that second piece before bringing this in, but it won't matter too much. And I'm just taking the excess off my knife just because it will go hard. Okay, so we have our two pieces. I'm just going to move that to the side. Our two pieces, Bermuda Bay and Basic White. I'm using my layering circle dies, and we need our largest straight circle and our largest scallop. So we're doing the scallop in Bermuda Bay. Basic White, we're using that straight scallop. And I'm just going to run those two through the cut and emboss machine really quickly. So let me know, everyone that's watching, have you tried masks before? And if you have you tried them using the embossing paste, or whether you've just ink blended? I think the embossing paste is just such a fun technique. So I have my two layers ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off really quickly and pop this over to dry. Now your embossing powder will take a little while to dry, so I have done one off camera earlier, but look at that. That is so pretty. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to pop this into some water, and that will make sure that any embossing paste that's on that will not stick to it, because I'll wait until the end of this video to go and clean it properly. So let's move that one out. I have the one that I've done previously. So cute. All right, so we can start working on this one here. We're going to do the same thing with the other mat here. These two flowers go together, so this is really going to blow your mind, I think. What I'm going to do is, because this is just a little circle that will move around a little bit, I'm just going to grab some repositional tape and just pop a little bit down. Now, I don't know, Stampin' Up! Don't provide repositional tape anymore, This one is bought from Spotlight. It's the only thing I buy from Spotlight. I don't use it too often, but for things like this, keeping masks down or keeping cardstock down while you're doing things, it works really well. So we're going to work with our real detailed mask first, and I'm going to pop that down in the middle as well as I can. Now I found that I can hang on to this, and because it's a small area you don't really need to tape it down, but if you would prefer to tape it down you could use your masking tape or your little washi tape as well, the same as we did before. But I'm going to bring in that Coastal Cabana, and we're just going to blend around this image. I love these two colours together, Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. So many different colours would work as well for this card. Okay, all good. Now we're going to bring in the Bermuda Bay and change it to this one, and these line up pretty well. There we go. You can see there's not really any white space in the background, so quite easy to layer the two together. Beverly says she used to do stenciling on crochet pot holders with paints. Oh wow. Oh, is it still available? Thank you, Ingrid. Yes, it is still in the annual catalogue. Yeah, if it's no longer available, I will let you guys know, but I really try hard not to use things that are no longer available to purchase through Stamping Up. And Jeanette used it a lot. I used to do it a lot on scrapbooking pages. Oh, fantastic. I must admit, I haven't done scrapbooking for so long. It's now a daunting task because I'm so far behind that I don't know whether I'll go back to it. Okay. Look how pretty that is. That is absolutely gorgeous. Now we can go with this one or this one to do our embossing paste. I'm actually going to use this one because it won't get so much on. So I'm just going to line that back up again and then grab out that stuff that we had before on the knife. And if I'd done my die cutting and that before, probably could have done it all at once and would have been a little bit quicker. So lid's back on. Just going to run a little bit over the top. I don't want to completely do it. I'm just adding a little bit here, a little bit there. Ooh, okay. And I'm also popping that one in my water to get rid of any of that excess powder. Let me bring that up and show you. Isn't that gorgeous? So much shimmer and shine. And I did do one previously because, like I said before, that embossing paste does take a little while to dry. I actually recommend leaving it overnight, or if you do it in the morning, come back in the afternoon and make sure that it's completely dry. It also depends on how much you pop on as well. So I'll have 2 more cards to create a little bit later on. So let me bring in the one that I did before. I actually did that last night. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we have our card base done. We have our elements done here. We want to do our sentiment. So I have that strip of basic black, and I think it's 1/2 inch width of basic black, and I've just got a length. Of course, I can't do a card without heat embossing. So I'm just going to pop some of my embossing buddy down. Now the funny thing is I created this card the other night. We had a power outage and I thought, oh good, I'll go and create my card for Thursday. I stamped and then went to use my heat tool, and then I realized, oh, I can't do that because we have no power. So even when we have no power, I still want to do heat embossing. It's crazy. All right, so I have the sentiment that says, I think you're wonderful, and this is from that Special Moments stamp set. So many great little sentiments that you could pop on your card, and I apologize if you can hear that phone. So we're just going to ink that up with the Versamark ink, and I'm going to pop that down in the middle. This 1/2 inch actually is really a great size for this sentiment because the wonderful is a little bit bigger than the I think you're. That's what it is. It's bigger as it goes down that sentiment. And we're going to use white embossing powder. And I've decided I need to do an order to get more embossing powder. Not so much the white, but I have pretty much no black embossing powder left. So I'm going to do a quick order before the end of our celebration and grab some more freebies. So I've just added that white embossing powder. I'm going to bring in my heat tool and just quickly heat that up. Hi Cindy from Texas. I'm glad you're here. Is anyone doing a last minute order before celebration finishes? What is it? What product is it that you want to grab before it's gone? I think for me, I really want to get some more of that Daffodil Afternoon DSP. I didn't think I would like it. And I've got one packet and I absolutely love it. So that's one that I want to get a little bit more of. So we're just heating this until it goes nice and shiny, which is perfect. There we go. And we can start popping these together. So with, move this back again. Sorry everyone. I'm going to just layer these two together with some liquid adhesive. I've got my Tombow here. This has a really nice raisedness to with the embossing powder, also the embossing paste. I've got embossing on my brain. I'm going to layer these two together, and this gives us a nice little border with the scallops. If you were going to make this at home, what colours would you pop together? All good. We're going to pop this one down onto our card base, and this again, because we have the embossing paste down on that, it has a bit of a raised feature. It's a little bit like sandpaper as well. Because we have that little bit of texture, I want to add some dimensionals down and pop this up with the dimensionals. I'm just going to pop a few down on that. So I'll be giving this card away next week. If you would like to be in it to win this card, all you need to do is leave a comment on the video. It doesn't matter if you're not watching live. You can leave a comment on the replay as well. Then we're going to add a little sentiment here. So this is really quite a easy card. Comes together pretty quick once you have left your drying in. And I'm also going to pop this up with some dimensionals. So let's add, I'll be able to add just my bones. Judith said her Tombow went missing this week. It was exactly where she left it. Those fairies got to your desk. Sometimes I think the cleaner my desk is, the more I have trouble finding things. My desk is usually a mess when I'm crafting. So I'm just going to pop that up in the middle. So cute. And you can see the difference. This one's a little bit lighter. I've gone in and added a bit more colour with the Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay there. And then, of course, I've got to use this Simply Elegant twine. I really like this one. And the silver goes really well because of all those sparkles that are in the background. Love the purples and yellows. That would look good. Absolutely. I think I have to do it with my Memento Madness. Very sad that that's going. So I've got to get it in and use it as much as possible. Cindy agrees with me. So little bow there. I can bring my scissors in to cut that down. There we go. And I'm going to attach that down with a glue dot. Glue dots work really well with all ribbons and twines. And because it's a little tiny twine, I'm just going to grab my glue dot and fold him in half. And we can pop that down. I really wish you could see the shine. I don't think it picks up quite so well on the camera, but there's a card for today. So beautiful. I'm sure it picks up a little bit, but love it. Alrighty, so that is the customer appreciation card for this month in March. Anyone who places an order will get one of these cards sent to you, as well as the bundle tutorial and everything. All right, so last week we created this card here using the Catching Butterflies, and I had the Hello Beautiful stamp set, which love it, really love it. So this is the one that we're giving away tonight. Thank you, everyone. So everyone's name has gone into the draw that left a comment last week, so good luck, everyone. Don't forget, if you haven't left a comment yet, you have time till next week. So please leave a comment. I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit subscribe to my channel, please do that as well. And thank you, everyone. Ingrid said she's got to get some embossing paste. That sparkle is gorgeous. Oh, good. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Cindy. Alrighty. So the winner is Jeanette. Well done, Jeanette. And I have your address, so I'll pop that in the mail tomorrow for you. Awesome. All right, let me pop the camera up while we say goodbye. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining in tonight. Oh, hi, Carolyn, how are you? I'll show you quickly what we just created so you can go back and watch it. Look at that gorgeous texture and shine. Anyway, I really love that card. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed today's card, and I hope that you'll come back on Sunday for Tracy's Sunday Challenge. If you would like to join in with that sketch challenge, I'm not sure where I put it. I don't know where my sketch is, but anyway, come and join in for the sketch challenge because it's always fun, and the more people that join in, the more people will have inspiration when they come and check it out. And that's what it's all about. It's about inspiring others to create and have fun. Enjoy yourself. All right. Thank you, everyone. All right, and we'll have a wonderful week and all the rest of the week, and have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you here on Sunday. If you're in need of any supplies, don't forget you can purchase them in my online store. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye-bye.